This morning, making history. While we wait for the Juneteenth flag to fly at the Capitol, we'll share a unique way you can support the black community tonight.
Plus, we're continuing to follow a wave of potential hate crimes across the country.
And I'm watching the radar map this morning. Some showers and thunderstorms are in our forecast later today. I'll time it all out in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, June 19th. Thank you so much for being with us as we get you ready for the weekend. I know Leah and I have similar plans this weekend, which is kind of funny. We're both painting inside of our houses.
Which is actually a great weekend to do it. Hattie's going to tell you in a little bit just how rainy it's going to be this weekend. But in case you can't tell, I've been pretty busy. I have paint marks everywhere. I didn't scrub hard enough, clearly.
It's been a long week of painting for you and Zach.
It's been a long week. You're an expert. You have done this before. You've renovated several homes. Got any more advice for me?
Just keep painting. Just keep going. Just paint until it's over.
Just keep swimming in the literal gallons of paint we have.
Exactly. Well, the big story today, history will be made today at the Capitol as the Juneteenth flag flies above the state capitol for the first time.
Governor Evers made the executive order earlier this week, calling for it to be raised today. Here's a live look at the east wing of the Capitol at this hour, where the flag will be flying later today. In his executive order, Governor Evers said it is as important as ever to recognize and reflect on our history and move toward a more racially equitable society. Wisconsin first observed Juneteenth, marking the end of slavery in the U.S. in 2009.
You can help mark Juneteenth during a special first-of-its-kind event happening later today.
Christina Laurie is live this morning from up above Breeze Stevens Field with a beautiful view of the city to explain. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Chris and Leah. The all-new Dinner at Breeze restaurant series kicks off tonight as a way for people to support local businesses while staying safe and socially distant. Every week, twice a week, a different restaurant will offer a picnic-style meal here at Breeze Stevens Field. And in honor of Juneteenth, Dinner at Breeze is featuring a black-owned business. Rib Masters, Wisconsin, will be serving tonight's meals. It's known for a wide range of food, including ribs, pulled pork sandwiches, grilled chicken, corn on the cob. I'm getting hungry. And homemade baked beans. There's no admission fee for tonight's picnic, but capacity is limited to comply with social distancing protocol. Markers will be placed throughout the field to ensure that everyone is staying at least 6 feet apart. Tonight, Breeze Stevens Field is expected to become Madison's largest socially distanced restaurant space. So everyone is asked to bring a mask and wear it before and after eating. Now, Dinner at Breeze starts at 5 o'clock tonight with a special Juneteenth presentation. The food will be served until 9 o'clock. And a note, if you have any dogs, those unfortunately are not allowed inside the field. Chris, Leah.
All right, good to know. Christina Laurie, thank you so much. UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center are spreading the word about a virtual Juneteenth celebration for this weekend. Health experts will join with community leaders for the Strength of Our Resilience Black Voices Matter program. The discussion will focus on COVID-19 in the black community and acknowledging the ability for African Americans to thrive, survive, and build in the face of adversity. You can watch the conversation via Facebook Live. It's tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock. We have a link to register up right now at channel3000.com. Several Confederate portraits no longer have a home at the U.S. Capitol. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi ordered their removal. The 4 portraits were former House Speakers Robert Hunter, James Orr, Howell Cobb, and Charles Crisp. According to Speaker Pelosi, all 4 men served in the Confederacy.
In New Mexico, a district attorney is dropping one of the charges filed against a man who allegedly shot at a protester earlier this week. Stephen Baca will no longer be charged with that shooting. The DA for Bernalillo County says Albuquerque police rushed into filing the charge and the investigation wasn't complete. Police maintain their report was simply preliminary and therefore incomplete. It's not clear whether Baca instigated that fight or if he shot the protester in self-defense. He is still in police custody this morning, facing 3 counts of aggravated battery and unlawful carry of a deadly weapon. A Virginia police department and the FBI are currently investigating a possible cross burning outside of the home of a 17-year-old activist. Witnesses reported an intense fire coming from a barrel on the teen's front yard a day after he helped organize an anti-racism protest. Police arrived on the scene to help put out the fire, and when they did, they found the wood appeared to be in the shape of a cross. The The FBI says they're assisting police, but they can't give any details into this investigation.
Police in Oakland, California, meantime, are investigating a second possible hate crime there in the past couple of days. This effigy right here, what looks like a body, was found hanging from a noose in a park. Oakland's mayor believes this hate crime may have intended to provoke violence. The Oakland Police Department is working with the FBI right now to find suspects. On Wednesday, there was another possible hate crime reported when what appeared to be a noose was found hanging in a park that now appears to just be a piece of left-behind exercise equipment.
And this morning, we're waiting to hear a response from President Trump after Twitter takes action against something he posted for the third time in a month. The site labeled a video the president tweeted last night as manipulated media. The 60-second clip shows an edited version of a viral video from 2019 where a black child and a white child run toward each other to hug, and then they both run away. The version the president shared starts with a fake CNN banner and a scene from where the video, where the black child appears to be running away from the white child. A few seconds later, the video shows the children hugging without the fake CNN banner. At the end, the video claims, quote, "America is not the problem, fake news is." CNN replied to the president's tweet saying it covered the viral video as it happened when it happened.
Representatives from Google, Facebook, and Twitter say they're seeing foreign influencers change their tactics for spreading misinformation. They say they're seeing different methods from what was used during the 2016 election. According to NPR, the foreign influencers are having to adapt because social media companies now know how they operate and are more effective in preventing their actions. Facebook and Twitter both tell Congress they currently see no evidence of interference efforts of manipulating absentee voting. So far, Facebook says it's removed about 2 billion fake accounts this year.
New this morning, a new report shows hackers use Google Chrome extensions to spy on millions of users. Cybersecurity firm Awake Security says the add-ons were downloaded more than 32 million times. Extensions normally enable browsers to enhance the user experience, but these allowed spies to take screenshots and steal passwords. Google says it has removed the malicious extensions and that it regularly scans for malware. Among those included Netflix Party. It's an add-on that was gaining popularity during the pandemic.
Just about 6:07. Hattie's here now with your forecast, and just a day away from the official start of summer. I know this is always like, is it start when Memorial Day is here? But this is the actual summer.
Yeah, the actual official start of summer is tomorrow, and that we oftentimes refer to as the longest day of the year, but technically the most amount of daylight that we have in the year here in the Northern Hemisphere. So take a look. Fairbanks, Alaska, nearly 22 hours of daylight tomorrow. Seattle has almost 16 hours of daylight. We're not far behind here in Madison, almost 15 and a half hours of daylight for us. Miami has less. The closer you get to the equator, the less that daylight hour changes through the year, so they have just under 14 hours of daylight. Cape Town, South Africa, in the Southern Hemisphere, it's their winter, so less than 10 hours of daylight there. So enjoy that extended daylight. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of sun in the forecast for tomorrow. We do have some sunshine this morning, a little batch of cloud cover moving overhead, but still plenty of breaks in the clouds right now here in Madison. Here's what's happening. We were talking about this cold front yesterday. It was right in northwestern Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota. It has not moved very far over the last 24 hours. It's still working its way through the state very slowly. Out ahead of that front, southerly winds continue. Now on the southern edge of this system, there is an area of low pressure that's really been the focus for more shower and thunderstorm activity over the last 12 hours. Those showers and thunderstorms have been diminishing across parts of Iowa, really struggling to make it into southern Wisconsin. We start out dry this morning. As far as severe weather is concerned, no risk for severe weather today here in southern Wisconsin. There may be a brief heavy downpour with any showers and thunderstorms that develop, but that won't be until this afternoon. Our chances for rain hold off until after the lunch hour today. Here's a look at your future track forecast model. We have clouds building in from the west. That'll keep temperatures a little cooler west of Dane County. As we go towards the afternoon, there's those scattered showers and thunderstorms beginning to pop up. Should be pretty widely scattered later today, so not a guarantee that you're going to get wet later on. Rain chances, though, continue into Saturday, and I think tomorrow we have a better chance across the entire area to see more shower and thunderstorm activity. Again, severe weather threat is rather limited, but there may be some brief heavy downpours. Plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. We could see anywhere from a half to around an inch of rain in most spots by the end of the weekend. Our forecast cools things down tomorrow and Sunday. Low 80s for highs. Sunday may be the best day of the weekend. Good news for Father's Day. Better chance for at least a few hours of dry weather on Sunday. Rain chances then are back into the area on Monday.
There's that painting forecast we were talking about.
Works for me.
Happy Father's Day. All right, thank you, Hattie. 6:09 now. If you're headed down to State Street anytime soon, you're going to find about half of the businesses there are reopened and about a fifth are unboarded.
That's according to the Downtown Madison Business Improvement District. Owner of the soap opera, Stacy Scannell, says that she likes the artwork on her building and plans to leave the boards up for a week or two more. Between the COVID-19 shutdown and rioting that came right when many businesses were reopening, Scannell says it's been a tough time for State Street businesses, but she supports the peaceful protesters having their voices heard.
It's just a lot of difficult situations where my friends and neighbors down here, you know, who own other businesses, we're all for the cause. And so we want to support that, and we also want to operate business at the same time.
The soap opera, which has been open for door service, is officially welcoming customers back inside the shop today.
6:10 right now. Let's take a look at the roads on this Friday. Happy Friday, TGIF. We've got some good news for those who use Wisconsin's only free ferry. Of course, we're talking about the Merrimack Ferry up between Columbia and Sauk counties this morning. They are opening up to 24 hours today after being restricted due to COVID-19. There are still some restrictions when you're using that ferry, though. You can go to channel3000.com to find out everything you need to know before using that today. As far as Madison goes, no crashes to report across town. A few more delays popping up near the Beltline and Stoughton Road interchange right there. East Washington looking so far so good. Hopping on the Beltline from the interstate, you shouldn't have too many problems on this Friday morning. That's your First Warn traffic.
All right, thanks, Josh. Time, we're now 6:11. We have some new information this morning about how doctors can treat the coronavirus. What option they say is safe and cheap for patients. That's coming up after the break.
And movie theaters will reopen with new social distancing rules in the next couple of weeks, but there's one preventative measure they won't be enforcing. We'll tell you why that is when News 3 Now this morning continues.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Now every hybrid vehicle in Toyota's lineup is available with 0% financing. With fewer stops for gas, Toyota hybrids give you the confidence to go farther. And with 0% financing, Toyota hybrids are even more thrilling. Enjoy more freedom in a Toyota hybrid. See your Toyota dealer or shop and buy online.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Calling all Grassmasters, fescue fanatics, and stewards of St. Augustine. To the springtime sprawlers, backyard scholars, and cultivators of the cul-de-sac. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, run with us. For all the green thumbers, newcomers, and toy picker-uppers, run with us on a John Deere mower. Because this is more than just grass. It's home. Nothing runs like a deer.
Get your John Deere now at the Power Centers of Madison.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, US Cellular has your back with the Samsung Galaxy S25G. Free when you switch, plus no activation fees. Stream without disruption, capture and post without restriction, and do it all without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
It's here, Slumberland's huge clearance event. You do not want to miss this one. Massive markdowns all over. Closeouts, floor samples, one-of-a-kind items, crazy low prices like sofas as low as $278, this gorgeous bed on closeout for only $148, or this classic sectional for just $799. Plus, get totally free doorstep shipping. No contact, no minimum. Hurry into our huge clearance event and save. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
6:14 right now, brand new into the Alert Center this morning. A new poll from Ipsos and ABC News shows almost 2/3 of Americans support banning the use of chokeholds by police officers. Several police departments have already banned using chokeholds, but there's been a push for a national ban after the death of George Floyd. The poll also found almost 3/4 of Americans do not support reparations for slavery to Black Americans, but those results are largely divided by race, with only 14% of white Americans polled supporting reparations compared to 72% of Black Americans.
Right now, monitoring the latest on the coronavirus pandemic here in Wisconsin, and for the first time in more than 2 weeks, the percentage of positive new coronavirus tests went above 4%. This is the first time we've seen this line trend upwards in quite a while. State health officials confirmed nearly 400 new cases yesterday. That brings the total statewide count now to just about 24,000 cases. About 76% of patients have recovered.
COVID-19 testing will now be offered to first responders across Dane County. Thousands of test kits are now available for police, fire, and EMS workers. County Executive Joe Parisi says testing is especially important for first responders because of how much they interact with the public.
They put a lot on the line for our community and the people they serve, and so we want to make sure that we can get them the services they need and make testing as convenient as possible.
Officials say testing is not required, but they do expect most first responders would want to take the test anyway. The county plans to set up testing at every location that requests one, at least through next month. The former head of the FDA says we as a country need to consider a uniform masking policy. Dr. Scott Gottlieb says wearing masks could be the key to slowing the spread of COVID-19. He cites a recent study that says if 60% of the population wears masks that are 60% effective, the virus would be limited to a reproductive number of less than 1. Gottlieb says another study found similar results, even if only half the population wears a mask. Both the WHO and CDC currently recommend you wear a mask in public areas.
A new study out this morning says that blood plasma from people who have recovered from the virus is a safe treatment. The study from Mayo Clinic looked at 20,000 patients who received transfusions from people who recovered, and they found that the treatment is not only safe, but could be beneficial to people who are recently diagnosed. The head researcher on the project says that plasma transfusions are also an inexpensive treatment option and that they're slowing a lower mortality rate in sick patients.
Hattie's here now with a look at your forecast from the Hattie-O Patio. Warming up, but also the rain is back in the forecast for the weekend, Hads.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've had several dry days, so the land can actually take a little bit of moisture right now. So this rain is not a bad thing. It is coming on the weekend, though. Take a look at our Doppler track this morning. No rain right now for southern Wisconsin. You can tell it's a little bit more humid outside, but those showers have really fallen apart across Iowa. We'll have to wait a few hours yet before we see those showers redevelop here in southern Wisconsin. Temperatures this morning, we've dropped a little bit here in Madison. We're down to 62, so now we're a little bit closer to the surrounding areas. 63 in Mineral Point, 63 as well in Janesville. Prairie du Chien is still the warm spot this morning at 71 degrees. Now, I mentioned it's feeling a little bit more muggy. Our dew points are in the upper 50s right now. We're going to see those dew points steadily climb through the day. That 60-degree number is the threshold where we generally start to think that you feel the humidity. You start to notice it a little bit more. So we'll be in that territory today. You're going to be noticing the humidity. As you head out the door this morning, you need your sunglasses early on, but the umbrella might be a good thing to take along as well. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast this afternoon. With that increase in humidity, we do see a little bit of a heat index factor today. Some spots, it may be feeling like it's almost 90 degrees this afternoon. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk more about the weekend rain chances and what that means for the lakes forecast here in South Central Wisconsin.
All right, Hattie, thank you very much. 6:18 now. AMC says it plans to reopen 600 movie theaters next month. It will move in stages and be fully operational by July 24th. AMC says it will reduce seating capacity, implement new cleaning procedures, and limit concessions. They will not, however, be requiring masks. The theater CEO tells Variety they didn't want to force people who don't believe masks are necessary to wear one. AMC will be selling masks, though, for $1 if you do decide to wear one. Cinemark and Regal are also planning their reopenings for next month. Both companies are also not enforcing mask policies.
Well, the NFL says they're making necessary adjustments to make football happen this year. The league's chief medical officer says they're working to develop the best practices that will mitigate the risk for players and coaches. His comments come after Dr. Anthony Fauci expressed more doubt that the league would be able to have a season at all. Earlier this week, the infectious disease expert said unless the players are essentially in a bubble, it would be almost impossible for them to safely play.
Coming up on 6:20 on a Friday morning, and still ahead for us, there's new pressure on Mississippi this morning to make changes to their state flag. How college sports could impact that decision.
And coming up in our next half hour, a school district in our state ending its relationship with police. We'll tell you where that's happening and what police have to say about it when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
Discover unique ways to beautify your garden or yard at Jung Garden Center. And for a limited time, take advantage of Jung Dollar Days and save up to 50% off your merchandise total. Shop daily 10 to 4 for all your garden or yard needs at your local Jung Garden Center.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regularly $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Just when the temp goes crazy, there's a ceiling fan sale at Madison Lighting. Cool your family room with a fan's gentle breeze and save money on your energy bill. Contemporary to farmhouse, Madison Lighting has hundreds of fans to choose from, with lots in stock right now. Add a fan in your bedroom and save. It's whisper quiet. And if you're working from home, save more during the ceiling fan sale at Madison Lighting. But hurry, sale ends June 20th.
Discover unique ways to beautify your garden or yard at Jung Garden Center. And for a limited time, take advantage of Jung Dollar Days and save up to 50% off your merchandise total. Shop daily 10 to 4 for all your garden or yard needs at your local Jung Garden Center.
6:23 now. This photo is going to blow you away. Shelley sent this in from up in Door County, Bailey's Harbor. Chris is literally blown away right now. That's a stunning photo.
It is.
Come on.
It is. It's beautiful. Shelley took a great one. So, what are you up to in the morning? We want to see. Nothing creepy. Just show us what you're up to. take a pic, and post it on our social media.
You just asked for us to get bad photos.
Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll screen them before we put them on the air.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Well, trending now, you guys know I'm a Minnesota boy, of course. I found this going viral across my social media this week. It's called How to Tell If You're from Minnesota. But I think this applies to Wisconsin, too, so I want your guys' thoughts. Here's the list. First, kicking ice chunks off your car makes you feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That feels good.
Check that off.
Number 2, temperature means nothing until you hear the wind chill.
Yes.
Of course.
And number 3, this one's my favorite. You measure distance in time rather than miles away.
Highland's about an hour away.
Yeah. That's about an hour. It's half hour.
Yeah.
Number 4,
makes sense.
Any temp over 30 makes you happy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Number 5, a thunderstorm is all the entertainment you need for an evening.
Definitely. True.
Yeah, we don't go to the basement. We go to the front step.
Exactly.
All right, number 6, and I am guilty of this. You slap your thighs and say, "Welp," before leaving anywhere.
Suppose it's time to go, hey?
Well, keep it going.
Number 7, you contemplate eating puppy chow for breakfast at least once a week.
No, but now I will.
I've never done that, but that sounds good.
It's great.
Number 8, you welcome tornadoes because they'll bring down that humidity.
I don't subscribe to this one.
Yeah. I will agree that, yeah, post-storm does feel pretty
It's not
good.
the heat, it's the humidity.
Storm. Yeah, exactly.
Number 9, I think this one a lot of people are going to know. You put your paper plate in the garbage upside down, not to offend the person whose food you didn't finish.
That's very Minnesota passive-aggressive.
I was going to say that's very Midwestern. Passive-aggressive, I think it's sweet.
I either do that or I put like a napkin or paper towel over it. But usually, let's be real. My plate's always clean when it goes into
Mine
the garbage.
too.
So
I've never really had this
you don't have to
problem.
worry about that.
I may or may not have done that here at work.
Oh, Maddie, coming clean.
Yeah. All right, well, your weather forecast for today starts with temperatures in the 60s in most locations. It definitely feels a little bit more muggy outside this morning. Our Doppler track showing you some showers just west of the Mississippi River Valley, really falling apart, though. Our better chances for rain come this afternoon. Here's a look at your lakes forecast for this weekend. If you want all the details, go to lakeforecast.org. There will be some chances for rain, though, both Saturday and Sunday.
Thanks, Addie. Quick break, and we're back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
I do all my shoe shopping at Rogan's because I know that I find what I'm looking for and save. You can count on great service, a huge selection, the best name brands, and the second pair is half price. And one more thing, a choice in how you save. I can get my second pair half price now, or just save my receipt, come back anytime, and get my next pair for half price. Rogan's makes saving easy.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Gobin Cars Grand Opening Sale, beautiful Middleton. 2017 Nissan Sentras, Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
That's right. Buy 2017 Nissan Sentras and Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
Gobin Cars is selling 2018 Kia Fortes for only $89.95 or $149 per month.
Hurry in today and just ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Gobin.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
This summer, get back to where you belong, along 60 miles of beautiful wide open beaches, where family vacations have never been so much fun. With every sunrise and each high tide, the beach is calling you to raise your spirits, make you smile, and bring your family closer together. So stop dreaming and start booking, because we can't wait for you to get here. Visit Myrtle Beach and discover why happiness comes in waves.
Garver. Garver.
Gather. Ing. Gathering.
Garver.
Gathering.
Garv.
Garvering.
A socially responsible gathering where a maximum of 250 people
people enjoy thirst-quenching drinks, delicious food, and the arts in a safe, clean, and touchless outdoor environment. Let's go Garvering. Visit thegarverfeedmill.com for dates and details starting June 11th.
Brought to you by News 3 Now, Madison Magazine, and the Garver Feed Mill.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
For the first time in state history, the Juneteenth flag will fly at the state capitol. The significance of the day and how Madisonians will honor it. Straight ahead.
And it looks nice outside right now, but you might want to grab that umbrella before you head out the door this morning. All the details coming up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
And good Friday morning. Welcome in. It's Juneteenth, June 19th, 2020. Appreciate you being with us. And for the first time, the Juneteenth flag is going to fly above Wisconsin's state capitol today.
Governor Evers made the executive order earlier this week, calling for it to be raised this morning. We're taking a live look at the east wing of the Capitol at this hour. The Juneteenth flag will replace the pride flag there just for today, flying below the U.S. and state flags. In his executive order, Governor Evers said it is as important as ever to recognize and reflect on our history and move toward a more racially equitable society.
So Black Americans have been celebrating Juneteenth across generations, but the holiday is still unfamiliar to a lot of white folks. So for many, Juneteenth is considered the Black Independence Day. It marks the end of slavery in the U.S., and this year is the 155th anniversary. It dates back to June 19th of 1865, when more than 250,000 enslaved black people found out that they were freed more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
You can mark Juneteenth tonight at Breeze Stevens Field during the launch of its new restaurant series.
Christina Laurie is live from the Isthmus this morning to tell us how we can participate. Hey, Christina.
Hi, Chris and Leah. I hope you guys are already hungry. I know I'm getting hungry just talking about this. Madison's largest socially distanced restaurant space opens tonight down at Breeze Stevens Field. It's called Dinner at Breeze, and twice a week families can enjoy a picnic-style meal from a different local restaurant. And in honor of Juneteenth, Rib Masters Wisconsin, a Black-owned business, is serving tonight's meals. The event kicks off at 5 o'clock with a special ceremony to mark the end of slavery in America, which, as Chris and Leah mentioned, happened 155 years ago today. Then it's time to eat. Rib Masters is known for its barbecue. Think ribs, pulled pork, chicken, and homemade baked beans. There's no admission fee to get in. You just pay for your food. Safety is also a big focus tonight. There will be markers on the field to make sure everyone is staying at least 6 feet apart. There will be plenty of hand sanitizer stations, and everyone is asked to wear masks when they are not eating. No pets are allowed inside the field either. Dinner at Breeze runs until 9 o'clock tonight, but this is just the beginning. Salvatore's Tomato Pies, Heritage Tavern, and one of Madison's newest restaurants called Fairchild down in Monroe Street have already all signed up to serve meals coming up later this summer. Chris, Leah.
All right, sounds like a great event. Thank you, Christina.
Juneteenth comes as people across the country demand changes in policing and racial equity. The latest organization to join that movement, College Football's Southeastern Conference. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says he might not allow Mississippi to host championship events if it doesn't change its state flag, which features a Confederate battle emblem. Mississippi, the only state with the Confederate emblem currently on its flag. Legislation is in the works right now to change the flag with action from state lawmakers rather than at the polls. A chant at the University of Florida's games will no longer be allowed because of the racist imagery associated with it. Fans usually do the gator bait cheer when the band plays a certain song. A museum recently found newspaper articles from the late 1800s of African-American babies being used as alligator bait. The university's president says this is part of a list of steps the university plans to take to fight racism.
An update into the newsroom in this morning on a story we brought you yesterday. The ACLU is filing a lawsuit now, claiming police are using excessive force to restrict constitutional rights. They specifically call out Indianapolis police for using tear gas and pepper balls on protesters. Indianapolis is one of the at least 99 cities where law enforcement agencies use the chemical on demonstrators. The ACLU now says that the department violated the First and Fourth Amendments. They hope that the suit prevents the use of tear gas against protesters in the future.
UW police are investigating this morning after finding a swastika spray painted on a university building. Officers say it was spray painted on Granger Hall at the entrance on the corner of University and Park Street. It has since been removed. Milwaukee Public Schools will end their contract with the Milwaukee Police Department. The unanimous vote from the school board comes after weeks of protests following George Floyd's death. The yearly contract is about $500,000. It allowed the schools to have up to 6 officers available to respond to incidents on school grounds. Milwaukee police have not released a statement since that decision came down, but beforehand they did tweet one. It says the department would fully support the school system in whatever decision it makes. They say they agree with members of the community who think funding should be reinvested into the public school system.
In the last hour, I'm working to learn more about how a man escaped police custody this morning. James Esposito was arrested by State Patrol in DeForest for a suspected OWI. Authorities responded to a crash just after midnight on County Road V. Then 2 hours later, officers say the 25-year-old escaped and ran away toward the city of DeForest. He's a white man, 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 165. He has brown hair, brown eyes, and a short goatee. We're told Esposito is wearing handcuffs, barefoot, and a black hooded zip-up with blue shorts. You're asked not to approach him if you see him. Call 911 right away. 6:35. Hattie's here now with your forecast. Already a beautiful start out there, but some changes on the way with some rain in the forecast has.
You're right, Josh. After a few dry days here in southern Wisconsin, we have some rain back in the area, just not this morning. A nice sunrise this morning across southern Wisconsin. If you're stepping out the door right now, temperatures are in the 60s. 62 here in Madison, 64 in the Dells. Monroe is at 67. Prairie du Chien continues as the wild spot with 71 degrees. Dew points are climbing as well. You'll see those 60s on the map to the west. We have 50s here in Madison still, but our dew points are expected to rise through the day. So if you haven't noticed the humidity yet this week, you'll likely notice it today as dew points climb into the mid-60s later on this afternoon. Now let's talk about those rain chances. We have had some showers and thunderstorms moving southward just to our west overnight. Those showers and thunderstorms really falling apart across northeastern Iowa, maybe clipping the far southwestern corner of the state, but it will be just brief and very light this morning. Here's a closer look at some of those showers. Again, trying to cross the Mississippi River Valley, but not having much luck. It is dry for the rest of southern Wisconsin, and our forecast calls for mainly dry conditions through the morning hours. Future track shows you clouds spreading in from the west, but again, after lunchtime, that's when I do expect a few showers or isolated thunderstorms to start to spread into southern Wisconsin. A brief heavy downpour is possible. Not everyone will likely see the rain today, but tomorrow there's a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms to move across all of southern Wisconsin. So be prepared for the threat for rain on Saturday. Your forecast then for Sunday, Father's Day, calls for a nicer day. We'll at least have a few dry hours in the area with highs right around 81. That chance for rain is just slight on Sunday. Better chance again then returning for Monday.
Thanks, Addie. 6:37 right now. The Dane County Board of Supervisors is expected to declare racism a public health crisis. It's mostly a symbolic move. It does not come with any funding, but board members say they'll make plans to address the roots of the problem both in the long and short terms. The board chair says there are improvements in policy and action the county can take and a willingness from the board to do it. Health experts are raising concerns this morning as new data shows Latinos are outpacing other racial and ethnic minorities for coronavirus infections. That is especially true here in Wisconsin, where the Hispanic and Latino communities make up 33% of cases, but only roughly 6% of the population. The director of the CDC tells Politico Black and Latinx communities face a triple threat with more exposure, more underlying health risks, and less access to health care. These factors are believed to be largely the reason these communities are getting hit hardest by the pandemic. Another reason, Latino workers are more likely to have essential service jobs that can put them more at risk of catching the virus.
Despite an overall downward trend of positive COVID-19 cases in one Wisconsin county, a certain age group is seeing spikes. 18 to 39-year-olds account for most of the Milwaukee County's daily new cases, and now even younger teens are starting to contract the virus. Milwaukee was supposed to move forward with the next phase of reopening today, but it's holding off because of testing setbacks. They're currently in their third phase of reopening. The county has just under 10,000 confirmed cases. New statewide numbers come out in just a couple of hours, and we are hoping for better news today. For the first time in more than 2 weeks, you see that orange line start to creep up. The percent of positive coronavirus tests is now above 4%. The good news, 76% of the nearly 24,000 confirmed cases have recovered. And before you head to a beach for this Father's Day, the CDC has some new guidance for you this morning. They suggest wearing face masks and social distancing for beachgoers, saying they're most essential when social distancing is tough. The recommendation also has some common sense included. You shouldn't wear the masks in the water since it can be hard to breathe through them when they're wet. Without that protective barrier, though, the CDC says social distancing is even more important when you're in the water.
And if the Florida Keys is on your destination of choice, wearing a mask won't be optional, and it'll cost you if you don't wear one. Visitors can be slapped with a $500 fine if they go without a mask. That rule in effect until June of next year. The Orlando Sentinel reports this rule applies to everyone, including employees and customers. Exceptions include people eating and drinking at a restaurant and for those working out as long as social distancing is followed. Monroe County, where the Keys is located, has 146 confirmed cases.
Have you ever been?
I haven't.
It is so busy. We just went, I was telling you guys this, in March, right before the pandemic hit. Thousands of people crowding there. So I think masks would go a long way there.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people, tight spaces. That is not a good combination.
Josh is just worried about the tan line that it would create, right?
You know my priorities. Hey, I've always wanted to go there, though. It's on my list. So maybe within the next couple of years here. Let's take a look at the roads right now. Look at Dane County. No crashes or major incidents to talk about. Rat County looking good so far this morning. There's your drive times. If you're heading out the door, you shouldn't have any problems on those highways. That's a look at your first warn traffic. Well, coming up, we are monitoring the state capitol this morning as today marks Juneteenth, and the flag will be flying over the Capitol. We'll be live when that happens coming up.
And if one man has his way, the way we could fly might look pretty different. And if you're claustrophobic, this might not be for you. We're going to explain this layered concept to airplanes. That's when News 3 Now this morning returns.
An attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms.
Attention e-cigarette users. The use of e-cigarette vaping devices such as Juul has been linked to serious health effects, especially in teens and young adults. If you or your child used a vaping device and suffered lung damage, seizures, nicotine poisoning, addiction, or any other serious health problem, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call 1-800-624-9726. That's 1-800-624-9726.
Celebrate the freedom of a great night's sleep and save big during the July 4th sale at Denver Mattress. Sleep cool all night long and save up to $500 on the superior cooling comfort of a Tempur-Breeze. Or save 25% on our entire Doctor's Choice lineup. Any size, any model. Check out the budget-friendly queen-size Summit Firm, now only $189.99. Plus 4 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. Don't miss the July 4th sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Feldco season is here, and the signs are all around us. Like free installation on all windows, siding, and doors, and no interest for 1 year. It's time to jump on that home renovation project, and free installation all from the comfort of home. That gives you time to make the most of your Feldco season.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Just when the temp goes crazy, there's a ceiling fan sale at Madison Lighting. Cool your family room with a fan's gentle breeze and save money on your energy bill. Contemporary to farmhouse, Madison Lighting has hundreds of fans to choose from, with lots in stock right now. Add a fan in your bedroom and save. It's whisper quiet. And if you're working from home, save more during the ceiling fan sale at Madison Lighting. But hurry, sale ends June 20th.
Work smarter. Use the cloud to securely print, scan, and collaborate. GI Office Technologies, helping businesses like yours.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free, no one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
No matter what the color of your skin is, we all have to be part of this.
It is a time that we
hear people out who are offering up solutions that can lead to change.
We are spending a lot of time right now listening so we can better do our job, so we can better amplify your voices, tell your stories, and hopefully build a better tomorrow, a better city for all of us.
2020 may not just be the year that everything was canceled. It may end up being the most important year yet.
All right, how about this? The way we travel could look a lot different.
The next time you fly, you could have someone above or below you. Check this out. One man's new design reconfigures plane cabins to give flyers more protection from the spread of COVID-19. Jeffrey O'Neill and his partner's design puts double-decker seats in the space between a standard seat and the overhead bin. Sounds a little tight. The seats lay flat and provide some privacy. O'Neill says the seats would allow most global airlines to keep the same seating density as they had pre-pandemic. This, of course, wouldn't be happening anytime soon. The idea is brand new and it requires some safety tests, so it'll take a while.
I'm just noticing now there are no seatbelts. No seatbelts. And where do you put your luggage? Where do you put your bag?
That's a good point since they got rid of the overhead. We have some questions, sir.
So is that like a ladder? Is that how you get up to the second level?
I saw that.
Can you imagine
Are
how
you
long
kidding me?
it would take to board that plane?
And can you imagine, like, your feet are asleep, you're getting up to use the bathroom, and you fall down? Like,
boy, you guys would not handle camping well if you have so many problems with the airline.
Too many red flags. Too many red flags.
My goodness, you guys. This is luxury flying. You're going to be fine.
All right, well, because of the pandemic, a lot of people are turning to road trips instead of flying, but many are still concerned about using public restrooms. I'm sorry about this story. This could be the reason why this product is the summer's most buy item. Analytics firms report searches for urinal bags have increased 500% on Amazon in the past 6 weeks.
No.
A urinal bag, for those who don't know, is exactly what it sounds like. Chemicals inside the bag turn liquid into an odorless solid you can throw away anywhere. The product is so popular that the company who makes it is pausing their social media marketing to allow time to keep up with that demand. Some retailers like Walgreens are also starting to carry these products.
So you can just go out and buy one of these right now.
Just think how much time you could shave off a road trip if you didn't have to stop.
That is always my thing. I always tell myself, no stopping, it's not happening, and then it always ends up happening.
So you're going to buy one of these is what you're telling us?
No.
I was on board until it said reusable.
I mean, I have a phobia about public restrooms anyways, so...
I know what to get you for your birthday.
Chris?
He's just
shaking his head. He has nothing to say.
I can't. All right, Hattie's here now with your forecast on a Friday morning. Looks like temperatures not too bad today, but the rain's back in the forecast.
That is true. Yeah, we've had several dry days in a row, so it's about time we have a few rain showers and some thunderstorms in the forecast. Today is it. Our future track temperatures will climb from the 60s and 70s into the 80s from Dane County and areas to the east. Maybe a little cooler with those clouds to the west. Temperatures, though, should top right around 85 here in Madison a little bit later on this afternoon. Again, there will be chances for rain on the radar map right now. The rain is really falling apart to our west. A cold front will still be moving through the area, and as things heat up today, our chances for rain return. And it happens mainly after the lunch hour today. Not a guarantee, but some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected. We have more rain in the forecast this weekend, and by the time we get to Sunday, if you add up the 3-day rain total, it could be close to an inch in some locations across southern Wisconsin. Again, this is a 3-day total, so we're not worried about any issues with flooding. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll take a closer look at that lake forecast for your weekend.
Okay, thanks, Addie. 6:47, there's some developing news this morning regarding who Joe Biden will choose as a running mate in the morning sprint, what a former candidate is urging Biden to do.
But first, it is Friday, June 19th, and we want to say happy birthday to Veda Anderson and all the other kids turning 3 today. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
News 3 Now closed captioning is sponsored by Wells Asphalt Paving.
Dreams come true. The Mattress Marathon is back at Ashley Home Store's sale of the summer. Pay as little as $1 a day with 5 years no interest on Tempur-Pedic, plus up to 6 months of payments on us with the Ashley Cares program. Find sizzling queen doorbusters starting at just $95. Ashley Home Store.
Get a great deal on the Kubota L-Series tractor. Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. With a powerful Kubota diesel engine and dependable gear or HS HST transmission, it's ready to take on your toughest projects. Right now, get the L2501 HST for payments as low as $149 a month.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is. And I did this to my father. We were at home. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be fit and take care of yourself. Plexiderm makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
Not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself? Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our communities.
Looking to the future, Baca Enterprises will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Baca Enterprises is helping you live life with confidence. Visit our website to schedule your tour today.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 84 months on a 2019 built Ford Tough F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Sale of the Summer deals are hot. Save up to half off all appliances, including clearance items and scratch and dents. Plus 18 months special financing and free shipping. Summer starts now at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
6:50, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the latest on breaking news this morning. Right now, authorities in Dane County are looking for a man who escaped police custody. James Esposito was arrested by State Patrol in DeForest for a suspected OWI. Crews responded to a crash just after midnight on County Road V. 2 hours later, they say the 25-year-old escaped and ran away toward the city of DeForest. He's a white man, 5 feet 8 inches tall, and weighs 165 pounds. He has brown hair, brown eyes, and a short goatee. We're also told Esposito is wearing handcuffs, barefoot, and a black hooded zip-up with blue shorts. You're asked not to approach him if you see him. Call 911 right away.
And you are taking a live look at the Capitol this morning, where for the first time, the Juneteenth flag will fly. Governor Evers made the executive order earlier this week, calling for it to be raised this morning. Taking a live look at the east wing of the Capitol right now, the Juneteenth flag will replace the pride flag, just for today, flying below the U.S. and state flags. In his executive order, Governor Evers said it is as important as ever to recognize and reflect on our history and move toward a more racially equitable society.
Black Americans have been celebrating Juneteenth across generations, but the holiday is still rather unfamiliar to a lot of white people. For many, Juneteenth is considered the Black Independence Day. It marks the end of slavery in the United States, and this year is the 155th anniversary. It dates back to June 19th of 1865, when more than 250,000 enslaved black people were finally freed, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Here's a way to get out and support local restaurants while commemorating Juneteenth. Breeze Stevens Field is launching a new picnic-style restaurant series. It's being called Picnic in the Breeze. It starts tonight and will continue a couple of times a week. Markers will be placed throughout the stadium to ensure guests are socially distancing.
General Motors will recognize June 19th by going silent for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, the amount of time that a white Minneapolis police officer kneeled on George Floyd's neck before he died. USA Today reports it's to stand in solidarity with the black community and show support for the struggle against continuing racial injustice.
The latest organization to join the movement, College Football Southeastern Conference. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says he might not allow Mississippi to host championship games if it doesn't change its state flag, which features a Confederate battle emblem. Mississippi, the only state with the Confederate emblem currently on its flag.
Milwaukee Public Schools will end their contract with the Milwaukee Police Department. The unanimous vote from the school board comes after weeks of protests following the death of George Floyd. The yearly contract is about $500,000, allowing the school to have up to 6 officers available to respond to incidents on school grounds.
New statewide numbers come out in just a few hours, and we're hoping for better news. For the first time in more than 2 weeks, the percent of positive coronavirus tests is now above 4%. The good news, 76% of the nearly 24,000 confirmed cases have recovered.
New this morning, Joe Biden is responding after Amy Klobuchar announced that she's taking herself out of consideration to be vice president. In a tweet, the former VP says that Klobuchar has the grit and determination to do anything she sets her mind to. Biden says with Klobuchar's help, they'll defeat Donald Trump in the election.
In her announcement, Klobuchar is putting pressure on Biden to pick a woman of color as his running mate instead. She told MSNBC Biden should pick a woman of color in this, quote, historic moment. She says it would be a big step toward healing the nation. It's unclear if she was still in the running for that position before making the announcement.
President Trump's re-election campaign is pressing for more debates this fall. This is a major reversal for the president, who last year threatened to boycott debates altogether. Now, Politico reports that the president wants more one-on-one encounters with the presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden. The campaign wants debates to start before early voting and to add a 4th debate to the schedule.
The president says the coronavirus is, quote, dying out in the U.S. and that he's not worried about the risk at his rally scheduled for tomorrow. It'll be his first rally since the pandemic started. It's going to be held in Tulsa. It was originally slated for today, but was moved after many criticized the president for hosting it on Juneteenth at the location of the Tulsa massacres.
The Sylvia will open its box office today, and you can exchange your tickets for a refund. Anyone with a physical concert ticket can go between 10 and 3 today. You can do that on Fridays. So you can also buy merchandise there now and tickets for any active shows.
6:55, final look at your traffic on this Friday morning. A look at the roads right now. Looks like we are seeing a few more delays popping up along Park Street, West Washington Avenue, and also East Wash this morning. Beltline looking so far so good. If you're heading inbound right now, you shouldn't have any issues. John Nolan Drive also in the green this morning. That's your First One traffic.
And your Friday forecast starts with temperatures on the mild side. We'll climb to the 70s into the mid-80s this afternoon with a southwest wind. There is a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Right now, the radar map is looking relatively quiet for southern Wisconsin. As a cold front moves through, though, we do have a chance for rain later this afternoon. Some beaches closed in the area. Lake temperature right around 72 degrees. If you are heading out to the lakes this weekend, there will be some showers and thunderstorms in the area, especially through the afternoon and evening on Saturday. Sunday is just a slight chance. More dry weather on Sunday with highs near 81 degrees.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a great weekend.